Today I'll be talking about the spread of diseases. There are three main topics I'll go through. Which one? For this is number one, which is different challenges that is brought through spread of diseases. The social impacts on people. As at times like these with a current pandemic on our hands, it has affected everyone because it has begun to spread our interactions with close friends, colleagues, and loved ones and entertainment to a minimum, such as shut down or postpone large-scale sport tournaments or games such as the NBA, NFL, NHL, the NBA G League, cancellation of arranged weddings or social gatherings, social distancing from friends and loved ones, closure of entertainment sections, avoiding air travel to different countries for vacation, closed hotels, restaurants, and religious places. The economic impact. When times of panic rises and many citizens rush to markets to buy essentials, it will decrease the economy's production system as listed, with slow manufacturing of needed essentials due to rush orders, poor cash income, chains of essentials disrupted due to complications of infected workers, many small businesses going out of business due to being non-essential, and losing many national and international trade goods or needed medical equipment. This graph here shows the manufacturing production levels before and after COVID started. In the blue, it was all high production during February before COVID started, but in the yellow, when in March, when COVID all started, the production level decreased drastically. Here it shows the different countries' levels of shoppers in markets, malls, or any small businesses which are decreasing. Health challenges. During a pandemic, there will be multiple challenges with health and medical issues, such as dealing with multiple patients with the virus and other people in the facility with medical problems, overworked workers slash not a lot of workers, diagnosing, quarantining, and confirming multiple patients, many trips to medical shops for equipment and protection, requirement for higher protection, and neglecting other patients with other diseases and injuries, as said before. The second topic is the way the Pope deals with problems of current disease spread. He raising and donating for charity. As the pandemic rises, there will be many countries that are struggling. So the Pope decided to help out many countries by asking for donation and support from people around the world to send in money so they can support poor countries that are struggling, donating his own money in a total of $750,000, donating medical supplies to hospitals that were hit hard in Italy to support their hard work. And lastly, the donations will be going to countries like Africa, Asian, Oceania, and parts of the Amazon region. His way of living in infection but still be a man of God. As being a pope, he blesses people with prayers and blessings, although there will be many crowds gathering. So, to prevent any crowds from happening, he will be limiting in-person blessings to reduce crowds of people. Also, he has made a compromise by doing blessings through video calls so it can be safe, and other citizens in Vatican City and Rome can be safe too, since Rome is located inside Italy, which many cases of the virus, in total of 5,883 people infected with 36 deaths. Positive mindset. At times when people are stressing and revealing negative mindsets to the world with the virus spreading, the Pope has given people the positive mindset that they are helping others and the world by following rules stated by the government, by staying home and not traveling. As the Pope says, before the pandemic, there have been many traveling through planes and land vehicles, building relationships with other countries. With this way of living, he said, in some ways the COVID-19 pandemic gave us a chance to develop new ways of living. Indeed, already we can see how the earth can recover if we allow it to rest. The air becomes cleaner, the water clearer, and animals have returned to many places from where they had possibly previously disappeared. With this way of positive reinforcement, the Pope has been giving people a new way to view the living situation that has been changed. Limiting spread of infectious diseases, which is the final topic. Good hygiene. Good hygiene is more of a common sense in what you do. For example, washing your hands. Washing your hands is one of the most common ways to prevent any type of bacteria or infection from spreading. When using the washroom, before preparing or eating food, when doing tasks that get your hands dirty, or sneezing, coughing, blowing your nose, you should always wash your hands always after to wash away any lingering bacteria. Next, it may not be shocking, but when you get a scratch or a gash, which rhymes, you have to wash and bandage it because if you don't do any, there will be many bacteria entering that wound and destroying your body's immune system. So, what you have to do is wash the injured area to get rid of any debris and lingering bacteria. Then bandage the wound so no other outside bacteria can enter the wound. And finally, don't share objects that have been used by others, such as napkins, utensils, cups, earbuds, and more. Sharing already used utensils is gross enough, but when people are sick and you share it, you're just getting yourself sick. Here are good ways to practice good hygiene. Food safety. Although it doesn't sound much with food safety, there are chances of catching diseases that can harm your body, such as the norovirus, an onset of severe vomiting and diarrhea, or the Campylobacter, which is a bacteria that causes diarrhea by infecting the intestinal tract. It sometimes infects the bloodstream. To prevent any of this happening, there are three ways to do so, which is rinse your ingredients. Rinsing poultry, fruits, and vegetables under running water before consuming or cooking them will rinse off any lingering bacteria that was carried on, then being shipped to stores so customers can buy them. Washing your hands, as said before, washing your hands is one of the most important steps to preventing any infectious disease or bacteria. Then, separating raw food to cooked food. When you do cross-contaminate raw food and cooked food, the microorganisms from the raw food will transfer to the cooked food and will have a chance of infecting people. This pie chart shows the percentage of catching disease from food products that aren't properly cleaned or have been cross-contaminated. And finally, vaccinations. Vaccinations are one of the most useful injections to get throughout life, as it provides our body with protection from infectious disease and limits the spread of virus cases. For example, as of today, there are many people taking the COVID-19 vaccine so to be less infected and people and life can go back to normal. Everyone ranging from children who should definitely receive vaccines due to a young age of life, adults to keep a healthy longer life, and elders above the age of 60. Also your pets too. Pets do carry around infectious disease and bacteria in them, and giving them vaccinations will prevent any more infectious disease attempting to harm the pet, which will also protect you or your family. Here in this chart, it shows the difference between a regular vaccine and the Pfizer vaccine in the current pandemic right now. With the regular vaccine, it shows the levels of COVID infection rates increasing as a lot. But although with the Pfizer vaccine, which counterattacks the coronavirus, it lessens the chance of infected people with corona. With this data shown, it is wisely to get the vaccine so it can protect your body more. Well, that's all for today. Thank you for listening, and I hope you learned something.